I'm going to give you the rundown on our piezo bridge kits. When you order one of our bridge kits, you'll get a piece of cherry or maple, or sometimes we'll do other woods as well. And basically what the piezo bridge kit is it's a nice looking piece of wood that we've bored a pocket in the back for a piezo pickup to go into. And then once that's placed on the guitar, and you can paint and stain your bridge to match whatever your neck's going to be, or paint it to match your box. And then once you put your brass rod on it, it just gives you a much better sounding piezo than what you're going to get with the Radio Shack variety, or just simply gluing it to the inside of your box. So the first thing you got to do with these piezos, and I'm not going to go through the soldering step, but basically you're going to glue one wire to the outside and one to one of your center points on the piezo. And when you're done, you'll have something like that. I usually twist the wires up. You don't necessarily have to do that. Piezos aren't quite as susceptible to that 60 cycle hum that you get with magnetic pickups, but it kind of helps you keep you from pulling your wires off the piezo, and just keeps them a little neater. So once you've got it soldered on and that through there, then the next step is to either use some double-sided tape, or I like hot glue myself, and just put a thin layer of hot glue in here, and then take and just set your piezo in the hot glue and press it down in. You want to put the ceramic side away from the bridge. That'll end up going towards the box. Now once that sets, you'll be ready to put it on the box. And the hot glue, the reason I like it is because it just takes a few seconds for it to set. To mount that on your box, you'll naturally, from where the nut's out on the neck, you'll need to measure so that your brass rod is pretty much right on where your scale's at, and you're going to want to put that brass rod fairly center on the piezo bridge if you can. Sometimes with the way your box lays out, you may have to move it forward or back. In any case, that's really not going to make a big difference. I try to center them if I can. So we're using this box as a mock-up, and I'm going to say that this is where we're going to put our bridge. So all you got to do is just take and make a little hole in the top of your box to run your wires through. Then once your wires are run through the box, all you got to do, you can just let pressure hold that in place. It doesn't necessarily have to be glued, but I tend to take, and before I set it down, we'll come and put a couple little spots of hot glue on there, set my bridge back down, and it'll stay there. Put your brass rod on, and away you go. And that bridge is going to give you a lot better sound than just about anything you're going to hear out there piezo wise. It'll handle quite a bit of gain and distortion, most of the effects you're going to throw at it, and quite a bit of volume without giving you the feedback that you're going to find with a lot of other piezos. Hope that helps.